Topic name: Making of templates or gauge to check involute profile.
Hello students, the topic that we shall learn is how to make a template or a gauge to check and verify an involute profile. This discussion has been split into two tasks, task 1 and task 2. Objective: at the end of this exercise, you shall be able to mark dimensions with vernier height gauge, mark angles with vernier bevel protector, make relief by hex weighing, file external and internal V groove. Task 1 is about making an angle gauge, while task 2 is regarding making of different profiles. Let's begin with task 1, which is angle gauge. An angle gauge is a gauge used for angle inspection. It is used for various purposes such as measuring the V pulley groove and V belt. Checking the precision of steel frames and inspecting the angles of the tool bead blade shape. Angle gauge can measure any angle between 0 and 360 degrees with an accuracy of 0.5 to 0.25 seconds. You must have used such an angle gauge for angle measurement. In this video, we will learn about making an angle gauge. In fact, making an angle gauge is a process of tool manufacturing. Like the other tool manufacturing, angle gauge making process also involves basic activities such as shaping, machining, finishing, etc. Let's learn about process of making an angle gauge. Generally, these types of tools are manufactured from metals like steel.
So, first of all, check the size of the given raw material in plate format.
Now, properly file and finish the given plate such that its size becomes 60 into 20 into 3.8 mm. Please do not forget to keep 0.4 mm thickness so that proper grinding could be done. Now, we would carefully mark the center lines for making 60-degree external V groove and the relief grooves.
Also, we shall mark centers keeping 2 mm relief so that proper hex sewing could be done. Then, we will remove extra metal from the plate using a hex saw so that 2 V grooves are properly formed there.
While doing this, please make visible marks for punch and keep adequate metal left. So that finishing could be done later using filing. Now, we will carefully do the finishing on both the sides of the groove with a knife edge file. Very carefully note that this finishing should be done in such a way that the remaining width on both the sides of V-grooves and remains equally available. This is very much important for accuracy. Next, we will verify the accuracy of the 60-degree angle using supplied template or gauge and ensure it is accurately made. Hope you could clearly understand all the steps of above procedure. Now, we will repeat all the above mentioned steps for the V-groove. First of all, keep your focus on the center line continuously and give a finishing touch to the sides of the V. This can be done by removing extra metal using filing with respect to the center line as shown here.
Next, file and finish the external and internal 60-degree angles and radius using given vernier bowl protractor and gauge.
Next, we will verify the 60-degree and 45-degree angles using the given vernier bowl protector. After this, we will give a finishing touch to all the edges by filing. Finally, remove all the burrs. Carefully verify all the dimensions with given specifications. Here, your task 1 is finished and your angle gauge is ready. In the earlier discussion, we studied task 1, that is angle gauge making. In this discussion, we shall study task 2, that is template of different profiles. Let's begin with task 2, that is making of different types of profiles. I am sure you must have seen or used such profiles. In this video, we shall study making of different profiles. First of all, check the raw material specimen for its size. Remove all the burrs and then recheck its size, that is, its dimensions. Now, properly file and finish the given specimen's surface using a 200 mm flat second cut file, holding the sheet on the wooden block tightly. Carefully file on both the adjacent sides, flat as well as square, and mark relief holes by drilling as per the given drawing. Then, carefully mark the dimensions as per the given drawing. Do the hack sewing to remove the extra material. Now carefully finish the remaining surfaces such that their size becomes of 60 mm. While doing this, keep checking the size.
Next, file and finish the external and internal 60-degree angles and radius using the given vernier bevel protractor and gauge.
Finally, provide finishing touch to the specimen maintaining 3 mm thickness uniformly by fixing it on a wooden block. Here is your task 2 finished and now your profile is ready to use. So students, I hope now you have all the required understandings on how to make a template or gauge to check Involute Profile. Mark dimensions with vernier height gauge. Mark angles with a vernier bevel protector. Mark relief by hex sewing. File external and internal V.